Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Spit, and I'm your host, Jay Maurice, with my player partner, the notorious VIC.
What up, y'all? Victor Garner, what up?
Yeah. Hey, the season start tonight.
Christmas.
It start tonight. It's on and popping. It's up tonight.
Favorite time of the year, man. Tip-off, NBA tip-off. I can't wait, man.
I couldn't wait till the season started, man. But hey, this show today we gonna do three teams in the East and three teams in the West that we are excited to watch, and we think we just want to see what they do, and we're gonna do our predictions, and we're gonna do something. We're gonna play like a little something called in or out of the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you want to get it started, Vic?
Let's
go ahead and get it started, man. Because we coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we giving you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all way round.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So let's get this popping.
All right. So the teams I'm excited to see this year. So we kind of went over this before we started because we didn't want to have to go over the same material. So the three teams I'm excited to see in the Eastern Conference, I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic, man. I want to see these young guns, man. I want to see them improve. I want to see just the progress they've been able to make, from one season to the next. I don't think that they're necessarily gonna be a playoff team, but you would like to see them. You just like to see just improvement, see them get better. It's baby steps for some teams, and and maybe next year they'll be a playoff team. So I'd like to see them in that play-in hunt this season.
Okay.
And then after that.
But what about that Orlando team that make you, excited to see them? Is it a player? Is it their style of play?
Yeah, well, I want to see Banchero. I want to see him. See his progress from his rookie season. See if his games evolved a bit.
Okay.
Wagner, his play, his progression. But I just want to see I just want to see what they can do. Now I didn't watch a whole bunch of Orlando last year because they weren't very good. But I got my eye on them this year. I'm gonna have my eye on them a little bit more this year and see what they're able to do. Because I did kind of watch them last year a little bit, but they weren't able to stay in games. And so once they kind of fell behind, and I felt like they fell too deep in the hole, then I was off of them.
Okay.
But other than that, in the Eastern Conference, I want to see the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
I want to see
minus KD, minus Kyrie.
Yeah, minus KD, minus Kyrie, but they up one dumpster juice. And I just want to see.
I told y'all he liked Dinwiddie. He like Dinwiddie, man. Don't let him fool you, man. He likes Dinwiddie.
Oh, nobody's more pissed off about Ben Simmons coming back than Dinwiddie, man. Like he was the point guard last year, and now
he just gonna slide over to the two.
Maybe.
Or he could play the two, or
he
could probably even play the small. Didn't he play small?
They got Bridges though. Like you don't want him playing.
Bridges, ain't he how tall is he?
I think he like 6'8", something like that.
Yeah, see, he the small.
Yeah.
He gonna play the small.
Depending on what kind of configuration they got, he could play two theoretically, but be just a big two. But from what I've seen, they're trying to give Ben Simmons the ball and see what he's got in the preseason. He's looking pretty damn good. Yeah, pretty damn good.
But he still wasn't shooting a lot.
Yeah, baby steps, man. Baby, you gotta get him on the court first.
Where do you think his problem lied? You know what I'm saying? Where do you think his problem was? Was it the free throw shooting, or just jump shot, or layups?
I think it's between the ears, man. His problem is his confidence. Like he's just so sensitive, so insecure. Like, I ain't saying like sensitive, like like a female, but he's just not comfortable in his game, and and he know he knows they want to give him the jumper, and he know he can't shoot, and so he just clam up,
Mm.
and so and it's a hindrance for his team and for himself.
He
I mean, he was once going to be like a borderline all-star, perennial all-star type player.
he was. But I still think his defense. If he come out with that same intensity on defense, all that other stuff will fall into play. You know what I'm saying? It'll just fall in line. Like, he just got to get his defense straight. You know what I'm saying? Get his legs up under him. You know, take layups. If your shot ain't falling, take them layups.
Well, I mean, he
And be a facilitator, man. He's 6'9", 6'8", 6'9".
I mean, that's pretty much all he's really good for. I mean, that and defense. Yeah.
Boy, for real, that's all they need for real is defense and the guy just facilitating, just running the show.
Yeah, it feels
They
like
don't have to shoot.
it feels like he's kind of have to turn into like a Markelle Fultz, to where forget about you being a number one pick. Forget about you being that super high pick. Like that's out the window. Like you'll never be that guy. So now you just got to get comfortable with being a productive NBA player. You just got to be. It's like
Role player.
Yeah, it's just like I can't remember who said this, but I heard Jalen Rose say it one time. He was like the best thing you can be in the NBA is a vet. You just got to be a good vet, man.
Okay.
Just be a good presence in the locker room. And you just want to have a solid career, man. You just want to stick around to be able to be called a veteran.
Yeah.
And Ben Simmons is he's kind of doing the hokey pokey, man. He's got one foot in and one foot out the league.
Yeah.
He ain't got too much more rope.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him take the first steps to kind of get his career back on track, or to get back on. I mean, I don't think he'll ever be on the trajectory that he was on back in Philly. But I mean, just salvage it and be a solid career, a solid player, man. I mean, we all, everybody can't be Victor Wembanyama or LeBron or Steph Curry. Yeah, like,
make sure you say that.
Sorry, man. I mean, it just ain't in the cards for everybody, and that's fine. That's fine. So I just like to see Brooklyn. I just like to see what they're gonna do, and if they can do anything. I don't think they'll make the playoffs either, because honestly, they don't have the talent. Like, they held on for dear life for that playoff seed last year, and it's just because they was at the 2 seed when everybody got traded away.
And they did slip down.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your third team?
And the third team is the Detroit Pistons.
Okay. Detroit
basketball. Yeah, but they got a whole bunch. They got a lot of young talent, man, and they've got a lot of reclamation projects too. They've got Bagley. They've got
Winslow.
Winslow?
He came from the Warriors.
Carl?
No.
No, not Winslow. That's not his name.
He came from the Warriors. He was the
came
number
from,
one pick.
We're talking about the same guy at the center. Yeah, the center who got cast off. Maybe his name will come to me, but they also got, they've got Cade Cunningham, former Rookie of the Year. They've got one of the Thompson twins, and they've got Jaden Ivory back for his second season. And so they got just a lot of young talent, and it's going to be just interesting to see what they can do with all these players. Because at some point you feel like you got to get better. I mean, you draft in the top 5 every year. So, so at some point you gotta have a wealth of talent around you.
Right.
I mean, it eventually happened with OKC, and it didn't take OKC that long. I feel like I just feel like the Pistons have been rebuilding for a long time, and so I like to see them start to take their steps and to get start to try to get in that play-in mix. Now I do think that they should. I feel like they should be a little further ahead than Orlando was, and that's probably because their Rookie of the Year was a year ahead of Pablo.
Mhm.
So I think that they should be a year ahead of them progression wise, even though he didn't play a bunch for them last year. So I like to see them in the play in this year.
What I call him?
Winslow.
Nah, it's James Wiseman.
Wiseman, yeah, I knew it.
Hey, he couldn't hold up his
He
head
might
where
have
I was
been
at.
Winslow. At least we remember Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your East, man. So, what do you got you excited to see this year in the Eastern Conference, man? Like it's Christmas for us, so what you got under your tree?
Well, I'm gonna start from the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. In the East, I'm anxious to see Washington play.
Now, why Washington? That's
because they got one of my favorite players, Jordan Poole.
Well, he won one of your favorite players last year.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Even though he still was my favorite player, man. I just don't give up and cast the guy out because what I'm saying, he made a couple bonehead plays. But
Kevin Durant, what?
Kevin Durant quit. He got punked out. He got punked out. He didn't want a Draymond punch.
The difference was that Kevin Durant left on his own free will, and
because
they gave Jordan a bus ticket.
Hey, he knew he didn't want to get two-pieced. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm gonna get up out of here because dude probably unstable. He might take off on me.
Yeah, Jordan Poole ended up with a bucket of chicken and a bus ticket out of town. Right?
Hey, but he still got his money. He did
get the bag.
He got his money.
He did get the bag.
He got his money. So, I'm anxious to see Jordan Poole with the Washington Wizards. One game in the preseason, he scored 41. Yeah, he did get a 41 piece off.
Now, did you see that clip of Jordan Poole pulling up for a three, and one of his teammates had their hands raised, and they kind of slapped their hips after he pulled up to shoot and didn't pass it to him?
Oh, well, they better get used to that.
They tired of his shit already.
They better get used to that.
The season ain't even started yet.
And I want to see him and Kuzma. I want to see what him and Kyle Kuzma do. See if they can do something. I don't think that they're gonna make the playoffs. I think they might be scrounging, trying to get that 8th seed or that play-in seed.
Okay.
I think they will be a play-in team. I think so.
I think they definitely should be a play. They don't really have a lot of talent, but
I think with Kuzma, and if they can stay healthy, and that's a big point of all teams. If even the top teams that's in there, if they don't stay healthy, if they ain't got that health thing with them, they ain't gonna do too much.
I just changed my mind just that fast. I was thinking they don't have a bunch of talent, but they do have a lot of scoring, or at least Kuzma and Poole gonna be able to get a lot of buckets. But then I just thought about it. I was like, man, his teammates already tired of him, and they ain't even started playing yet.
I ain't gonna say that. Dude probably trying to make the team. Dude that did that, he probably was trying to make the team, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's a different thing, though.
Jordan Poole gonna be going 2-on-1 all season, man.
He gonna go 5-on-1,
and he gonna be
Poole gonna go 5-on-1. That's Poole. That's the pool party. He taking the pool party to DC.
We ain't got to the predictions part of the pod yet, but I'm thinking Poole's gonna be about 28 a game. I'm thinking he's gonna be about 28 a night, and I think he might shoot 20. He might shoot 25 times a game. He's probably gonna shoot 25 times a game.
Yeah, that sound like my guy. Yeah. So I'm feeling Poole. I want to see what Poole and Kyle Kuzma gonna do. My other team, they disappointed me last year.
Who's that?
Cleveland, the Cavaliers.
Oh, they got pumped. They got pumped by the Knicks. I ain't know what to say it, man. They got pumped. Okay, so they got that year up underneath their belt. So I feel like this year they should be able to make a few adjustments and I mean, it was a playoff team the year before though. Like, it's,
But they didn't have the team that they had with Donovan and the two boys Mobley and what's the other big dude?
Dudley or not Allen, Jared Allen.
Jared.
I was
Jared
thinking,
Allen,
yeah,
yeah.
when Dudley with Jared.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And who else they say they got? Donovan Mitchell. They point guard.
Oh yeah, Garland.
Darius. He got that work. You know what I'm saying? So if him and if Darius and Donovan can get on the, you know what I'm saying, on the same page, they work pretty together. They work well together during the season. It's just that when shit got tight, they didn't have that playoff experience, chemistry. Let's say it like that. They didn't have that team chemistry. You know, everybody, I guess they started going one-on-one and it just fell apart.
I think it's time to find out, because this is what Mobley's third year. Like, I mean, they was calling him, like, I don't know if they, I mean, but people were like saying he was like, you know, KG reincarnated, and I ain't seeing that now. Like, so I think this is the year when you find out what is Evan Mobley. Like, is he a KG type of player, or is he just like what, Joe Smith or somebody, like just a forward that can kind of do a little bit of everything?
So what? This is his what, third year in the league?
Yeah. I mean, I want to see, is he a star player, or is he a utility knife? Like, what is he?
Well, a lot of times it takes some players that third year. By that third year, they should start showing stuff.
Yeah,
They should start showing promise.
I just didn't see his progression from year one to year two. Like, I didn't see it. Like, and you might say that, yeah, they got a 25 per game score on their team, traded to him, and maybe he didn't have the shots or opportunities. But I'm thinking, like, I mean, the cream rise to the top. I mean, Kobe played with Shaq. Like, if it's there, you're gonna show it. T-Mac played with Vince, and people start to see it.
But a lot of times that don't always work, because it's a lot of players that played with LeBron and they didn't rise, they sunk, they dipped.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know like that, like
Cream didn't rise.
Yeah, I mean, but we all know that like LeBron's like he's like a sun, man. It's like he's like everything orbits around him. And so if you play with LeBron, you're stuck in that orbit.
Not a sun. He's just like a planet or something. Not the sun, bro.
I mean, but the sun is like the center of the whole thing. Like, everything has to revolve around LeBron.
Things revolve around the planet, like the moon revolves around the earth. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, but not the sun. Nah.
But yeah, so it's like with LeBron, you get in where you fit in, and that's pretty much all you can do. I mean, but there are no players like that in Cleveland. So, like, to me, there's no reason he shouldn't thrive. And if he shouldn't, like, I mean, like, if you stuck Anthony Davis down there, Anthony Davis going to be Anthony Davis. He might not average, 25 and 12, but he's still going to get you 18 or whatever. Like, he ain't,
That's AD. AD was a superstar coming in the league.
Yeah, okay, well,
everywhere he's been.
Okay, well, let's say Cat. Like, if you take Cat and put Cat in Cleveland, he's still gonna go down there. He's still gonna go down there and eat, even if he only getting.
He gonna eat.
Yeah, even if he only getting 14 shots a game,
but
he gonna eat.
Cat's third year, he wasn't.
He was balling. I guarantee you, Cat's third year, he was balling. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up, man.
I think Cat didn't really start coming into form until maybe not last year, but maybe the year before that.
He's a young player.
Yeah,
he's a young player. So like, I remember
he was predicted to be better than Anthony Davis.
His third year, Cat was averaging 21 and 12, and that's after his second year. He was averaging 25 and 12. Yeah, so he regressed.
Yeah.
And his second year was better than his third year.
Okay.
And so, like, Cat showed it.
Okay.
Cat was, his rookie year, he was 18 and 10.
Okay.
So I mean, I need Mobley to show me something. If he better than Cat, or if he's
I'm
somebody in the
agreeing with you.
league, I
I'm
need
in
I need I need
agreement.
to see something. I need to see something. I need to see it this year.
I need to see better than a second round loss, or was it the first round loss they lost to?
Yeah, the Knicks was the first. It's four. They were 4-5. They were the 4-5 matchup in the playoffs.
So they lost the first round.
And I want to say they had home court advantage, man. I want to say the Cavs had home court advantage in that series.
I think they did.
And they went down 0-2, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the third team that I want to see is the team that everybody's uh, projecting them as the favorite to win the whole thing. Even though the Nuggets are the champion.
Well,
Maybe not you, but the consensus. Vegas was picking them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but what? Well, yeah, we talked about this last time, but they also upped after the Drew Holiday trade. They also Boston. Yeah, Boston. They gave Boston the same odds.
They gave them the same odds
after the Drew Holiday trade. They both had the same odds. Now the numbers may have moved, since then because they react to how the betting goes. Like if everybody's putting money on Milwaukee, then they'll kind of lower the Milwaukee odds so they don't lose a ton of money.
Okay.
But yeah. But after the Drew Holiday trade, they had them even. At least that was their first. That's where they started the betting line at.
Okay, so I'm going with Milwaukee. I want to see Dame and Giannis play together. It didn't look all that good in the preseason, but that's the preseason. The start of the season starts tonight.
Yes, sir.
I think.
Go ahead.
I just think that they just got to build team chemistry.
Okay.
Because they both are scorers and they just gonna have to learn. Dame is gonna have to learn his role on the team. Giannis' role probably ain't gonna change.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about the Bucks, what do you think what are the keys for them to be successful? This year, like as far as you said the team chemistry. Like, what do you think? What do you think is going to be key for them to being the team that Vegas and everybody else thinks that they should be?
If they come out with that defense, man, I always harp on that defense, man. You got to be able to get stops and capitalize off your stops, whether that's rebounding or steals, deflections, or just playing good defense and stalling them out. 24-second shot clock. If they can come out and play defense together as a unit and not individually, they're gonna be up there in the Eastern Conference. Now I ain't really never know Dame to be a hell of a defensive player.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
But as long as he can keep his man in front of him, I think he can fit into their defensive system. Although they got a new coach, that's gonna be the thing. Their defense and how well they learn the coach's new system, and if his system is adequate, whether it work or not. In a deep Eastern Conference, I ain't gonna say deep, top heavy Eastern Conference.
Top heavy. Yeah, I'd agree with that, top heavy.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the top is only is them in Boston. Like I'd put Philly in a tier below them.
Yeah, definite, especially with the Harden saga.
Yeah, the uncertainty they got there.
So yeah, that's the teams that I'm looking forward to watching in the East. Okay, Washington, Cleveland, and Milwaukee. Those are my three teams that I'm interested in. When they come on, I'm gonna be peeping at them just to see.
Right. See what's going on.
Just to see, how good they doing. See who rises and who drops.
Okay. Well, let's take it to the West now.
Take it to the West. Go ahead, start it off.
All right. So, I want to see Phoenix, man. I like in the preseason, them boys was balling. Like, I don't know if they're gonna play a possession of defense, but they damn sure gonna play offense every possession. They was getting buckets. Like I'm talking about 70 points at halftime. Like they was getting buckets. I'm like, I'm like, okay, I can watch this.
Now I'm wondering how's they gonna do it. And they play my Warriors tonight, so
Uh-huh.
we'll see just how good this Phoenix team is or how good they ain't. Um, what do they have behind KD? What do they have behind Booker? And what do they have behind Bill? Because how's they gonna play them guys? Is they gonna play them all at one time, or is they gonna stagger them out so that at least one of them guys is in the game, controlling the game?
Yeah, I mean,
Or how they gonna do it? Because I don't think that they got nothing else behind that. After that, it falls off the cliff.
yeah, I think that they'll try to that they'll probably start them all three together and then kind of
Stagger them out.
just rotate one of them out or two of them out and keep one of them in, and maybe they can just let the team. Maybe they can leave Durant in by himself, and then try to kind of have Booker and Beal play together when they,
he gonna put up 30 shots
Durant
a quarter.
Who was that?
Durant. He gonna try to put up 30.
I mean, it's Kevin Durant, man. It's like one of the best scorers in the history of the league, man.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean, I take it over Cameron Payne shooting
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
And after that, I'm interested to see Memphis, man. I want to see, they've got the 25-game Ja suspension, which is going to be. What happens in these 25 games is going to determine if Memphis is going to sink or swim this year.
So he's suspended at the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Yep. He's out until probably after Christmas. I hadn't counted the games out, but probably after Christmas.
It's at least 30 something. Close to Christmas is almost like the midway of the season. No, not Christmas,
January.
but New Year. Yeah,
January.
Okay, so it'd probably be about 30 games. But
yeah, so I mean, he'll be back maybe around Christmas after the little end season tournament thing.
They got 2 defensive players of the year, Marcus Smart and
Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson Jr. So, I'm interested to see them. That's one of the teams, but I don't really like Memphis, but I do want to see what they gonna do. I don't like Memphis because they talk a lot and they ain't.
Well,
this year they might.
Yeah, but see, if you notice, like you ain't heard a quote from Memphis.
No, not this year, especially after they didn't, got smacked around the last 2 years.
I mean, other than when Ja was taken up for his pops about a week or so ago, when it was some story coming out saying that T. Morant was like part of the reason why Ja was in a position in a predicament he was in, because he was more interested in being a
friend.
More interested in being a friend or
than a daddy.
Than
yeah. That happens, especially if the son got the bag and he making the rules like, nah, pops, you go in your room.
Nah, you go in your room.
You go in your room.
The money Ja got, he's like, Daddy, you go in your house. Stay in your house.
Yeah. You don't come in a big house.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, like and so I'm not excited for what happens before he comes back. I'm excited to see him after he comes back. So I want to see a motivated Ja Morant. I want to see a mature Ja Morant. And I just want to see him focused and focused on doing the right thing. Okay. And so I want him to come back with a vengeance. And he won't be eligible for any awards this year because you got to play a minimum of 65 games.
Right.
But I want to see him give the league hell when he get back. And so I'm excited to see that.
Okay.
And then after that, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards was the best player in the I'll just say the underperforming Olympic team. Not Olympic team, but FIBA team. As far as the national team went over the summer. But Anthony Edwards was by far the best player on the team, and I just want to see if he can carry that momentum and see if he's going to put the team on his back and turn from being an all-star caliber player to being an elite
Okay.
player. Yeah, superstar. Yeah, to being a superstar, a legit superstar, an elite player. I'm talking. I want to see Orlando T Mac.
Oh.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see this year from Ant. I want to see Orlando T Mac.
I ain't gonna put that much pressure on dude, cause you know we talking about T Mac.
He was great, man. He was great. I mean, would you be surprised if Ant averaged 28? Like, I think he can do it. I think he can do it.
If Cat get hurt, but if Cat there, I don't think he.
I think it's his team, man. I think it's his team to do whatever he want now. I think.
You think that's his team and not Cat's team?
Yeah, I think what he's shown he's shown that he's the best player on the team, and he's also shown that he's willing to, you know, in those moments, be the guy.
Okay.
And that's not what we've got from Cat to this point.
Okay.
So what you got, man? What you got for the Western Conference? You excited to see?
For the West, I am interested in seeing OKC.
Ooh.
They got like a big three.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You got SGA, Shane Gilgeous-Alexander, and we got Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren.
Big Chet.
And Chet
Ball.
Chet played Wembanyama, and his numbers was better than Wemby's. You know, although it was a preseason game, it was just one game, but you know, I seen what he could be.
Yeah, I think Chet might have played a few more minutes. I think I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
But
those big three, man, they got a nice three-piece right there, man. I said, Giddey, Josh Giddey, Shane, and Chet. I'm interested in watching them three play, man. I tune in to watch them play.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and it's good for the OKC fans to get a kind of I wouldn't say a redo of the whole having a super young team that was like all these great players with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
that probably won't ever happen again. So I wouldn't expect, you know, another team to be like that. But this is probably what that looks like in today's NBA. Just a nucleus of you know, two elite level players and a potential all-star level player in Josh Giddey. I think Chet and Shea. I think Shea's elite now.
Yeah,
he's an elite now. So I think he's an elite player, and I think Chet has the ability to be an elite player in this league.
But he learned from Chris Paul, so you know he was under Chris Paul for a minute. You know, when he was with the Clippers, and then when wasn't he there when he at OKC when
Chris Paul was there. Yeah, but he ain't learned. He ain't get that stop-start game from Chris Paul. Like he.
No, I ain't really saying he got his game from Chris Paul. I'm just saying he learned under Chris Paul, and you know Paul taught him some things that you know superstars know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely some valuable time if you can play up under Chris Paul
and learn.
And that's why I kind of wanted to see him go to Memphis before he got traded to Golden State. I think I was thinking that Jack could have really used that, you know, because I mean Chris Paul shouldn't really be. I say it. I don't think he should really be fearing, you know, giving up the game to some younger guys, but. I don't know. I still kind of feel like he said he still wants to start. Now this other type of stuff. So we'll see.
Let's see.
He still got that ego, which you know all superstars have.
Yeah.
So you can't fault him. I mean, he's been, you know, one of the best point guards of all time and one of the best point guards of his era. So
yeah, I say maybe his era, but not of all time. No.
Well, here we go. I just mean, you know, just running a team, just playing the point guard position. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about accolades, and we know he ain't won no rings. We know that.
I just think that it's other.
Like he's in the John Stockton zone, you know.
Okay, that's cool. You know, 'cause that's a level.
It's levels, man. It's levels.
You got the Isaiah level. You got the Magic level. You got the Curry level. I mean, you got so many levels. You know what I'm saying?
You can't put like, oh man, you can't. You can't put Curry in a level above Magic. I mean, they can be in the same level. You can say that. You can even say that Curry's better. You can't say he a level above Magic.
Okay. All right.
All right, you meet me halfway with that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll meet you halfway.
All right, cool.
Until the season starts.
Until the season
And then we'll
starts.
see.
Oh, so we got about an hour.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna call you like, see, I told you. But nah, Magic was one of my favorite players of all time, besides Kobe.
Yes, sir.
So my other team that I was want to see is, can Zion stay healthy, man? And if he can help they three-piece, you know what I'm saying? Because they got a nice little three-piece too.
Yeah.
If Zion can stay healthy. Because when he started off the year last year, he was healthy. New Orleans was up there at the top. They was number one in the West, and when Zion got injured, they just slowly drifted down.
Yeah.
Like a rock in the water.
And what was crazy is that they like you said, they fell like a rock. They dropped like a rock. And at the end of the season, maybe the last month of the season, probably the last 3 weeks of the season, it started being rumors that Zion might return, and then they started playing well. And I think they were trying to hold down the fort for Zion to come back. But then maybe like the last week or so, they got the news that Zion wouldn't be coming back, and they kind of, I won't say they kind of lost interest, but I want to say they were like in that 7th spot, and they fell all the way down to the last spot in the play-in and got bounced in their first game. Or no, they played 2 games, but they lost them both. They played the Lakers, and the Lakers beat them. And then they played the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves beat them. But
with CJ,
Brandon
Ingram, and Zion, that's a nice three-piece.
And Alvarado ain't bad either, man. I mean,
he's a nice little piece. Alvarado, I like Alvarado.
Yeah, he's
man.
a nice little piece, man.
Yeah,
he's a nice little piece, man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
It's like the 2023 Tyronn Lue.
Boy, say that again, boy. You hit that one you hit that nail on the head on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And my third team, I'm excited to see is I want to see Wembanyama play with the Spurs.
Wemby.
I want to see what type of player he is.
I think we know already.
No, I don't really know. I seen him play one game.
Play the Warriors?
I seen him play one game against the Warriors.
Did you see it, man? Him guarding Wiggins' head up, and then he got past and he blocked his shot.
Yeah, he was doing all that. But Wiggins
ran down for a three. I seen him cross Wiggins up. I seen that.
Okay, because Wiggins wasn't expecting that. He wasn't expecting the dude to hit him with the.
You gonna learn today?
Yeah, he learned. But he didn't do that. He didn't keep busting like that.
Yeah.
But Wiggins played him tight. I'm gonna tell you, for dude to be 7'4", and Wiggins like what 6'10", 6'9", Wiggins played him good.
I think we already know what Wembanyama gonna be. I mean, because this today, this is the open game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
This today is gonna be the worst Wembanyama's gonna ever be for the next 10 years. He won't ever be worse than today, and he's already a really good player, a really good player. So I think we know what to expect out of Wembanyama. It's just, can he stay healthy?
That's the key.
And just
or is he gonna Ralph Sampson?
And just naturally
is he gonna be
progress?
Ralph Sampson?
I don't put that on that young man. Ralph Sampson was like a great college player, right? Like
he was a great college player. He started out good. He started out good, but he was too fragile.
Yeah.
And in the way they played basketball in the 80s back then, he couldn't sustain it.
Yeah, I mean, good thing about today's versus yesterday's NBA,
soft-ass NBA,
is that nobody's gonna be clotheslining Wemby out the air, so I think we don't have to worry about that.
But he's too tall. You couldn't clothesline Ralph out the air. I mean, Ralph was 7'3" or 7'4",
something like that. I'm just referring to what they was doing to Jordan in the 80s, but when they was clotheslining him out the air, the bad boy Pistons. But they can't play like that no more, and nor should they. So.
Right. So segueing from Wemby on. Who do you think is going to be Rookie of the Year?
Wemby.
Okay.
Shit. I mean, I don't even know how close it's gonna be, man. Like I don't expect. Like I think
You don't think the Scooter guy or Scoot him? What's his name?
I
Scoot
think
Henderson?
Scoop's gonna be good, but Wembanyama's out there looking great.
Unless he
Like
get
for
hurt.
a rookie, he's looking great.
Okay.
He's blocking shots and then coming down on the other end and hitting threes. Like he's playing. He's probably played like what 20 minutes a game. He's getting like 3 or 4 blocks every time he go out there.
Yeah, he was getting like
Right.
4 blocks.
And maybe some of that is just the league's got to kind of adjust to Wemby,
Yeah.
to how agile he is, how tall he is. But this first time going around the league, they're gonna have to learn first.
Yeah.
And so,
But I think they're having figured out before the All-Star game.
but the thing about great players is that, I'm not saying he's a great player today or that he'll even be a great player this season, but great players, you never truly have them figured out. Like once you think you got them figured out,
You think
They-
he's gonna adjust?
yeah, they gonna counter. They gonna do something to counter your counter. Like, all right, well, I see you doing this now, so now I got to do this. And so I think yeah, I think Wemby's always going to be able to go into a game and get 3 blocks. Like whether he gets 3 blocks or not, like he's always going to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and just him just being down there, like it's gonna just. And what's so crazy is he ain't even getting blocks at the rim. He
Right.
ain't
He
at the
out
rim.
there.
He blocking perimeter players.
Yeah. But that's gonna be to his detriment unless he can move his feet, because it's gonna be guys.
He don't have to. He's 7'4".
It's gonna be guys that can give him that and go
Who
right
do
around
we
him.
see? We seen somebody went around him and he still blocked the shot because he's so tall.
Okay.
Like that lift. That's just like, it's kind of like what Kevin Durant used to do to players. Like how Kevin Durant was able to guard like a lot of players, because even if you get beat, you've got the lift to where even though they got past you can still get to their shot.
Okay. But how he gonna hold out when he playing against Denver's center?
Oh, Jokic.
Yeah. How you gonna play? And they gonna have to play at least 6 times. And how you gonna play when he have to play against just big guys? Is he gonna be down there in that paint trying to get them rebounds, or is he gonna be out on the perimeter?
He ain't gonna win no title this year, so I don't even think that matter. Like by the time the trajectory they on, Wemby might have 2 years where you have to deal with like a really good Joker probably. Like I can't see.
I think Joker just now really getting good. He gonna hold it for a second. He gonna at least be up there. He might fall off a little bit, lose a step.
I think Joker. I think Wemby might have and this is if Wemby's like on an accelerated fast track. I think he's got about 3 years. So maybe his 4th season before he's in the conversation of, is he going to be an MVP or is he going to, get to the finals? Like I think you got about 4 years till you get to that point. And so I think over the 4 years, Jokic had his run and that had been came and went. That's how I feel.
Okay.
He's still going to be a good player, but like I think Wemby going to be ready for him by then. Wemby have another 20, 25 pounds on him by then. And he don't got to get huge. You just got to be able to hold his spot.
Right.
And
play like a Kevin Durant.
Wemby ain't do. Jokic ain't do nothing on moves on a 7'4" guy. He did. He was doing them all on. He was doing them on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis long armed and 6'11", but that ain't 7'4".
Yeah. That's
So
true.
that's a little different. It's a little different.
True that.
So and you want to talk about people like Embiid? That's 2 nights a year. That's 2 games a year. He got to worry about him. So I ain't even worried about it for right now.
Okay.
Like,
well, who do you think is gonna? You ain't got to give me cause the season ain't started. So give me
what's
3
preseason?
guys. Give me 3
Preseason.
guys. Give me 3 guys that you think is gonna be up there for the MVP.
Ooh, MVP this year. Okay, so I think you got to say Giannis.
Oh, go ahead. I just
You gotta say Steph. I'm not contractually obligated. I'm gonna say Giannis. I'm gonna say Jokic again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say Embiid got here, so I don't think he'll be in that discussion this year. And then after them flaming out in the playoffs, I'm gonna just say that they ain't really. He might have some numbers, but then he ain't gonna get serious push. I'm gonna say Jason Tatum. I'm gonna go Jason Tatum. I mean, he's like 26 now. Like it's that time. It's that time for him to, and he's got the team. He's got Drew Holiday. He's got Porzingis. They should be 1 or 2 in their conference again. Like there's no reason they shouldn't be the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed in the East.
Okay.
And so their record wise, they should be right there. It's all about is he gonna put the numbers and is he gonna have that impact, that total impact, on his team.
Okay.
And so I think, I think I'm gonna take Tatum.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Tatum this year.
All right. That wouldn't be my pick.
Who
I'm
you got?
gonna say Giannis.
Okay.
I'm gonna say KD.
Oh, okay, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That'd probably be one of the oldest MVPs ever, probably. I'm not sure on that, but he's
still MVP caliber, and
he's still a great player.
Playing on the team. Although I feel like they should probably disqualify him, just like how they disqualified Steph that one year because he was playing with KD. You know what I'm saying? And he playing with Booker and Beal. So, but I'm still going with KD. and I'm gonna go with Wardell Curry.
Okay.
For y'all that don't know, that's Steph.
So what do you think? Why do you think Steph is going to get MVP consideration this year? How do you foresee their season going? Because Phoenix, I got a logical, at least in my head, it makes sense to or how they could get there and be playing and they can be a top team in the West.
So you trying to say that our Warriors ain't gonna be a top team in the West? Is that what I'm hearing? Like an undertone? Like
I think 4 seed max for the Warriors. I don't see them getting above the 4 seed, and that's if they have a really good year as a 4 seed. I mean they've got
the disrespect.
They've kind of got a little turmoil.
Ain't no turmoil, man. Ain't no turmoil. We had turmoil last year.
I mean, well, you got
the punch heard around the world.
You got the Klay Thompson contract thing looming.
That ain't nothing. Klay
gonna play.
Walking. Klay gonna play. Klay gonna play.
Yeah, that's what the thing was when Kevin Durant, and Draymond had that fallout. It was about Kevin Durant's free agency.
Yeah,
it's about him leaving the team, potentially leaving the team, which he did do.
But Klay ain't gonna do that. Klay ain't gonna play. He gonna play. I mean, he gonna leave all that. He gonna leave all that over there, and he gonna play. He gonna do what he need to do.
But is Klay going now? I was about to say is Klay gonna be playing selfishly? But that's kind of what Klay is. Like Klay is a shooter.
Klay a hunter.
Yeah.
He a big game hunter.
Yeah, and so
he hunts threes.
But there is a world where that hurts the team. Where
if he ain't making it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If he's trying to shoot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But no, because he's trying to get that contract.
Yeah, he gonna play within the team. But see, that's why I think Chris Paul is gonna come in and he gonna help Steph game elevate. Steph was already MVP caliber.
Yeah.
And if he got Chris Paul there helping him elevate,
and he's still MVP caliber. I mean, hell, he put up 50 points in a playoff game last year to send Sacramento home.
Yeah. So if Chris Paul can help that a little bit, then Steph gonna catapult right back up there to where he's in contention for.
I mean, my question isn't is Steph Curry still an elite player and him being able to play like an MVP. My question is the team. Is the team good enough to be in that top 4 seed and for him to get in for him to be in that conversation? Because unless you're like being Mr. Triple Double or something, you got to be in a top 4 seed. and honestly, I'd say top 3, and I don't see them getting above
Yeah,
top 4.
I see them in the top 3 because I only see the Nuggets,
Okay.
the Warriors,
Okay.
the Suns.
Oh,
Everybody
you
else.
just gonna ignore the Lakers? What do you?
They in that second tier. Yeah, yeah.
Who in the first tier?
I just gave you 3 of the 4. 3 of the 4. You know.
Oh man.
They might be the second best team in they city.
Who, the Warriors? Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Kawhi and the Clippers with Paul
Yeah,
George.
you don't expect the Lakers. Now you just bump your gums. Now you know you don't believe that the Clippers ain't gonna do nothing.
Man, they coming. Plus they got a nice coach. You know,
I mean, they had all that stuff last year.
If Kawhi can just, and he can't do that load management thing. That's one thing about this season that I'm gonna really love. You can't do the load management.
That's
thing.
what I'm excited for this season.
No load management. So Kawhi is gonna be playing, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kawhi gonna be playing. So
okay.
But if I was to go with 4 teams that's in the West, you got to give it to the Nuggets. They the number one. They're the champs. The Warriors, the Suns, and I would say the Grizzlies. I would say the Grizzlies.
In true hater fashion, all right.
But just because they in the top 4 teams, that don't mean that they gonna make it.
You said the Grizzlies, they didn't got their point guard for 25 games.
But they got Marcus Smart. They got Marcus Smart.
Okay.
They got Marcus Smart. Their team was good without Ja.
Well,
But reason why I say that because their team was good without Ja. They won. Double-digit games without Ja playing when he was hurt last year. Yeah, and they only got 25 to go. I mean, they proven that they can play without him, and they can win without him.
That's when they had the best backup point guard in the league. They don't got that no more.
Who was the best backup point guard? Who was the best backup?
Their backup point guard was the best backup point guard in the league. I want to say his name wasn't Tyler. I can't remember his name.
But he was the best one, but you can't remember his name.
I mean, I did say backup. He was the best backup. Like, yeah.
Oh man. But they got Marcus Smart and they got Derrick Rose. I don't know how much Rose got left in the tank, but
yeah, I mean he was like a cheerleader on that Knicks team last year.
Yeah, because he couldn't get in with Brunson. They gave Brunson all that money, so they definitely was trying to.
Brunson had to come out the game.
Yeah,
but they was still playing quickly, and
they was just trying to go young.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
They wanted Rose for, I guess, his leadership.
Yeah, he was giving veteran leadership. Yeah,
but he's still gonna prove that he got something in the tank.
He gonna get to play this year.
So
at least in the first.
Like I was saying, I
of the
think
season.
The Grizzlies proved that they can win without Ja.
And
I just think that if they can hold the ship steady when Ja do get back, they should take off. As long as they don't take off against my Warriors. That's all good. That's all good.
Okay. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So
you just salty about the team that took you out last year. I mean, I understand. I understand how I feel.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's cool. Yeah. But that was last year.
So okay, so your picks, your MVP picks are Steph, KD, and Giannis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You say rookie of the year Wemby.
But the thing is, you got to play like 65 games. So if any one of them players sustain an injury, an injury that's gonna keep them out 2 to 3 weeks, that could hurt them.
And 2 of those players are old, man, or Asian players.
Yeah. But we already seen that the third one, Giannis, if that rule was in effect last year, he wouldn't even have been in consideration.
For MVP?
Yeah, because he missed a lot of time last year.
So did Kevin Durant. So did Durant.
Yeah.
Durant missed quite a few games. He might have ended somewhere around 60 games played last year, but he missed his fair share. I definitely know that.
Yeah, so that's gonna be something that's gonna be that's gonna have an effect on the MVP. So let's get that out there. That's gonna have an effect on all the awards because I believe it's on all the awards.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have an effect because I think the players are just gonna play now. Like
that's an effect because it wasn't like that last year.
Yeah, I mean, but I think, well, I think they sat and still, and still just try to win the awards, and So I think they'll play. I think they'll play more, and the only people it'll affect are the guys who get hurt.
Yeah, who stay hurt all the time.
Who legit, get like a significant injury, or a couple of moderate style injuries. Like if you get get a high ankle sprain or something like that, a cut. You'd have to do it like twice though. You probably have to get 2 of them in a year or something.
Ooh.
They can probably keep you out about 3 weeks or something like that. So if you get 2 of those injuries, you might be done for any kind of award thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
and then just probably your random COVID DNPs, But so we got your MVP, your Rookie of the Year. You have a pick for Defensive Player of the Year?
I mean,
you don't give it to Wemby?
No.
Part of that new player hype?
No, I ain't. It'd be hard for me to say with Defensive Player of the Year. It'd just be hard. It'd be hard for me to say. I couldn't say.
I'm gonna take Triple J. I'm gonna take Jaren Jackson Jr. because, especially with Ja Morant missing the first 25 games, they gonna need him to anchor. They gonna need him to nullify 5 points a night.
Mm-hmm.
Just so they can compete.
Right.
So I think he's gonna have to do some heavier lifting and on both ends of the court, honestly, and he's gonna have to be a man child. And we'll see if he can do it. But he's my pick because they need him to do it.
Okay.
They need him to do it.
Okay. Well, if I had to pick somebody for Defensive Player, I would say
Steph.
No. Steph defense has improved tremendously.
It has.
Tremendously.
Put that weight on him.
That's why I'm elevating him as in that MVP. But that we done talked about that. But if I was to say, let me think about it. Draymond. I would say Draymond. Because reason why I say Draymond, I ain't saying it because he play on the team that I like.
Okay.
Draymond can guard everybody on the court from 1 to 5. Now, I'm not sure if Jaren can guard 1 through 5. And when I say 5, I'm talking about we've seen how he's guarded Jokic.
I want to see him guard Wemby.
Oh.
I want to see Draymond on Wemby.
He's guarded Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm saying Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
He can guard everybody on the court.
Right.
From the point guard to 2, the 3,
mm-hmm.
the 4, and the 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would say Draymond. Not because I'm trying to be a homer or anything like that, but yeah, Draymond.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't see, unless I don't really know enough to pick a 6th man of the year, man.
No.
So I mean,
you gotta let that play out.
You could say Jordan Clarkson, but I don't even know if Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench this year. Like, so I'm gonna just say we need more information about that. I gotta see the games. I gotta see what's going on this year because I don't even know. I couldn't name really too many significant bench players that I would think that would even be in that conversation. So
I think 6 man might be. Let me think about this. Chris Paul. Chris Paul gonna be hey, 6 man of the
You
year.
hate that.
I'm telling you, man. Y'all got to listen. Y'all got to hear me. I'm telling y'all this first before the season even start. Chris Paul. It's gonna be between Chris Paul or Kuminga. Chris Paul or Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga.
I mean, he was leading player in the preseason. At least at a point, he was the leading scorer in the preseason. Yeah. So we gonna see. I mean, it looked like he can come in the lab.
If he can come off the bench and have that type of impact with that second team, if Paul can elevate him, you know, it's gonna be between Chris Paul and Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think gonna be the 6 man.
If he played like if he played how he played in the preseason in the regular season, ooh, it's gonna be some tension. He gonna start taking some of Clay's minutes, and Clay gonna be pissed. So,
but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
They both playing for that money. They both playing for that bag.
Steve Kerr has already came out and said that, you know, he bought all 6 guys in and said that, you know, everybody, it's going to be, somebody ain't going to start every game, you know what I'm saying? But he was talking to everybody, but he wasn't talking to Steph.
He was talking to Chris Paul.
He was talking to Chris Paul. He was talking to Clay. That's who I think he really was talking about. Chris Paul, Clay, and maybe Looney. You know, Looney already know. Looney just fit in where he fit in.
I mean, I don't.
Because they might take Looney out and run small a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I could see, the only reason I could see him taking Looney out is, I mean, because they playing the Lakers. Looney got to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just got to play.
But see, they got this other guy. They got this other guy called Jackson Davis.
Okay.
Trace Jackson Davis. He a big guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the Warriors?
Yeah.
Any good? What he do?
He pretty decent.
What kind of is he a banger? Is he like a skill player? Is he like Triple J, or is he like just a
I can't.
Is he
I ain't gonna
like a Steven Adams?
I ain't gonna be able to put. He ain't big like that.
Okay.
But he's like 6'10", 6'11", something like that, and he's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we got a few. They got some wrinkles to work out.
Have my eye out. You know, see what he's working with. See if he like another LO or something.
Yeah. So, hey, I got something that I wanted to play. It's called In or Out.
Let's do it.
And we're gonna start off in the West, and we got the guys that we got the teams that, you know, made it to the playoffs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it, and I'm gonna ask you, is they in or out?
Okay, for this upcoming season.
For this upcoming season, and out of the West. All right, the Nuggets.
In.
Okay. The Lakers.
In.
The Warriors.
In.
Hey, man. Dude trying to be funny, man. Dude want to be on the Def Jam or something. You know, he want an internet special.
Get a little dramatic pause in there, you know.
Okay. The Kings.
In.
The Suns.
In.
The Grizzlies.
In.
The Clippers.
Out.
Okay. The Timberwolves.
In.
Okay, so out of that, you got the Clippers coming out. So
yep.
Who do you think is going to fill that spot? We got Dallas, we got New Orleans, we got OKC, and San Antonio. Out of those 4 teams, San Antonio, Dallas, New Orleans, or OKC, who do you think is going to fill that Clipper spot?
Oh, man, like this was pretty easy. Like, I didn't like none of those teams but one.
Okay.
And that's OKC.
OKC. So you don't think Dallas with Kyrie and
I don't think that team worked. I seen it for 20 games last year. It didn't work. I don't know what's so different this year. You know, that they didn't change in 3 months.
Right.
That's gonna make it better. Like I don't, it don't work.
Okay. You don't think Wemby can elevate that team?
Not yet. I mean, because he's the only elite player on the team, so he's got to get some talent on the team. Okay. So I think it's gonna be like OKC where they just have to lose and they just have to accumulate some talent.
Some players.
Yeah,
Okay.
they just got to accumulate some
So
talent.
they few players away.
Yeah.
So you saying OKC will be?
Yep. Okay.
What about New Orleans though? Excuse me.
I'm not, man. I'm not investing anything else into Zion Williamson stock portfolio. I'm not. I ain't losing no more money on Zion. Like no.
So you giving up on
Bad
Zion
investments.
already.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's 2020. It's almost 2024, man. We ain't doing bad investments no more.
Okay.
Like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Okay.
And he going for like the 4th time. He trying to fool people. Like nah, catfish.
So you saying that OKC in for the Clippers?
Yep.
Okay. My thing would be the Nuggets in,
Okay.
the Warriors in, the Kings in, the Suns in, Grizzlies in.
Mm-hmm.
Now after that, the Lakers maybe. Yeah.
The Lakers maybe. What is this? Oh man! Oh my God!
But I would say the Clippers would possibly lose their spot, and the Timberwolves can lose their spot. And the teams that I would put in there to replace them would be OKC and New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say OKC and New Orleans will replace the Clippers and the T-Wolves in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm just not prepared to bet on Zion, man. I'm just not.
Okay, I will. No, I go out there. I step out on that limb.
I think we were like, and it looked like feels like a role reversal from last year. It's like you didn't believe in Zion last year. And I was like, man, he's a great player, man. He's out there balling. And he was like, it ain't gonna last.
This year he got something to prove, man. I'm telling you, when you got players that got chips on their shoulder, they come out different. They want to really show that they belong in that elite level. So yeah, I'm gonna say New Orleans. Okay, so in the East, Milwaukee.
And
Okay, Cleveland.
oh man, they're like I'm gonna say in because I don't think the conference is deep.
Okay, Boston.
In.
Atlanta.
Out.
Okay. The Knicks.
In.
The Nets.
Out.
Philly.
In.
Miami.
In.
Okay, so you got Brooklyn and Atlanta out.
Sounds about right.
Okay,
That's
so
all
who
I
you
can
gonna
be.
put in there? And you got Chicago, Toronto, Washington, and the Pacers in Orlando.
Jesus, I might put them back in. Oh man, it is grim. It is slim pickings, man.
You don't think the Pacers?
I wasn't lying when they said they were shallow.
The Pacers?
Man, they got Halliburton. They got Matisse, or Matthias. I mean, the Pacers could be. They could be this year's Atlanta. Why not? And you said it was, who was it? I don't like Toronto. I don't like Chicago.
The Pacers, Orlando,
and the Pistons, or who else?
I got Washington, the Pacers,
Washington.
Orlando, Toronto,
I think
Chicago.
I think I'd say the Pistons over Orlando too. Like I think I go off the board, man. I think I'd say the Pistons.
The Pistons.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't, because it's just not a lot of, and that's just a complete full upside thing because it's just a lot of young players and there's a lot of unknown, unproven players where they could kind of come out of nowhere and be like, oh look, kind of up and comers, but we know what Chicago is. I don't really believe in it. I know just Washington. I just don't think they have a lot of talent. I mean, they got Jordan Poole, who's probably going to be in a top 5 leading scorers for the season, but I don't think I don't think it's gonna win many games.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. I would pick Milwaukee in,
mm-hmm.
Cleveland in, Boston in, ATL out, New York in, the Knicks in, Brooklyn out, Philly in, and I would say Miami out. And I say Miami.
Out.
I say
From
Miami
the finals
out.
to missing the playoffs. Oh man, okay.
Well, I ain't talking. Well, they could probably get in the play-in or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But I'm saying
The top
Miami. Yeah, because they lost a lot. They lost a lot, and I didn't see them getting better.
Yeah.
You know, and they only really got Bam and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost a lot. Lost a lot.
That's all we thought they had last year, though. I mean, it's just kind of Gabe Vincent.
The guys that they had is gone.
Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin, they just kind of
Both
showed
of them two guys is gone.
Caleb is still there. Vincent's a Laker now.
Right.
So he's gone. They said, I mean, they get Tyler Hero back. Like he was out for the whole playoff run.
He one of them fragile type of players.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Miami out because they lost a lot and they didn't rebuild or retool.
Okay, I'm more curious to see who you put in there now. Like who you putting in there? Because that's slim pickings.
I'm gonna go with the Pacers. Gonna take one of them spots. Toronto played pretty solid. Toronto plays solid. And I feel like in the East they can get there.
I'm taking Jimmy Butler every night over them.
Okay. But I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
Okay.
Toronto.
The Pacers they did get Schroeder and Schroeder, solid.
Oh man. Pacers, Toronto. And they still got Zach LaVine and
they do. I mean,
Chicago still got Zach LaVine and
yeah. I mean,
what's the other guy?
They got a better Kuzma pool, like DeMar DeRozan like Zach LaVine.
DeMar DeRozan, right?
They like the proven version of Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, and they still ain't doing nothing.
Zach LaVine, he always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Okay.
Poole and Kuzma is a little bit more dependable.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn, you ready? You must be ready to end this one.
I'm
ready to
tip
see
off
this
started,
game.
man. Yeah.
Okay, but that's who I would replace in the finals. I mean in the final 8
in the Eastern Conference. Okay.
Yeah. So shit, you got anything else, Vic?
Yeah. Let's go ahead on record, man. This is the beginning of the season. Who are your NBA Finals teams coming out of each conference, and who you picking to win it this year, man?
Okay, out of the East, I would go with Milwaukee.
Okay.
And out of the West, let me see. We got the Warriors. And I got the Warriors winning it all.
Okay, all right.
It ain't no secret. Anybody that's been watching should know. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm rocking with.
Let's get your real pick. So if the Warriors wasn't gonna win, who you pick?
The Warriors.
Okay, all right. This is funny because I really never really thought about a Western Conference team because the West is so deep right now.
They is deep.
It's kind of hard to say, man. Gun to my head, I don't know. But in the East, I'm taking the Bucks just because I want to see them. I want to see them get to the finals. I like to see it. I mean, I know Tatum and those guys haven't won anything yet, but they'll be around for a little bit. And I want Dame to have one before Tatum get one. Okay. So I want to see them And I don't believe in the Lakers. I
Me
don't
neither.
believe in.
Me neither. I'm with you. Might as well go
It's
back
gonna be
with the
boring.
Nuggets.
Yeah, it's gonna be boring, man. I'm about to run. I'm gonna just run the Nuggets back. I'm gonna just run. I'm gonna say Bucks Warriors. I mean Bucks Nuggets. And
You started it. You said it right, but yeah, you said it right.
I'm gonna say Bucks Nuggets, and then I'm gonna take the Bucks.
The Bucks
I'm gonna take the Bucks
over the Nuggets.
over the Nuggets. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking the Bucks.
Okay.
So now we have it on paper, folks.
Yes, sir.
Our picks are in.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and take them to Vegas. Don't blame us when you lose everything.
Bet on this Golden
Especially
State.
betting on that.
Bet on Golden State.
To lose.
So if you want to lose your money, you'll do something else. But if you listen to me. I don't want to be like, man, I tried to told you. I'm telling you something, man. You're gonna learn something today. Go with the Warriors.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
23-24 champs.
Can't wait to get home and get into these games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Hey, it's been real.
Yes, sir.
You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is what we do when we throw.
Peace. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming, man.
Hey,
Like, subscribe, share,
and comment.
and comment.
Don't forget to comment.
Tell him how you like his taco meat.
I ain't got no taco meat. Ain't no taco meat.
Tell him how you think he should have some taco meat. Come back next week, fellas.
Hey, it's been real, man.
Yes, sir.